All right, credit to Pitt and you know Pat, Coach Narduzzi, and they came out and gave it to us for sure. We didn't play well enough to win, and that's what happens. You spot a team 28 points. We're not executing on offense by any means. I thought we started getting some positive momentum on the defensive side, and we were able to come back. Cut it 2 scores before halftime, and after being down 28, which is an insurmountable deficit there, and then second half we just kind of continued. I mean, we had an opportunity to move the ball and score. We get down, we're going to cut it to a score, and have the pick six. So tell of two halves. I mean, drops, and we had turnovers, drops, false start, penalties. Very poor on third down, and weren't able to establish the run. And just all in all, we didn't play well enough to win the football game. So we got 6 days to turn around and play another one. And I don't want to sit there and say that you wash it out of your mind, because you're not going to. You don't just forget about a loss. But we have to have the mindset where we can come back in and work tomorrow and take the good and continue to work on ourselves and become a better version. So, questions?
Could you tell what happened on the pick six? Did Haynes probably just not see that linebacker drop?
Yeah, I mean, we're in we had the call, man coverage deal. We figured they were in a zero blitz. Everybody up in line of scrimmage, zero blitz. That's what we're expecting. And right at the last second, they popped the guy out, copped him out from underneath, and I guess he didn't see him. I guess. I mean, not I guess. I know.
Malachi Osley playing. It didn't seem like he was playing a lot in the first half. Was it injury related, or what was that?
He got banged up on something, and then he was able to come back. But that was. And I don't know. I get all the injury report, those things after this. So.
It's rare to see your offense come out and get off to a slow start. What did you see that just allowed them to not click in the first few possessions?
If you had a checklist, I could probably check all the boxes. I mean, couldn't establish. We couldn't run the football. Couldn't. We had drops. We had poor protection. Definitely got our tails whooped at the line of scrimmage. Penalties carried on throughout the game, and so really, absolutely everything.
With you all being down 21-0 in the first quarter, how were you able to sort of keep your team in the game and make sure that they stay focused?
Yeah, I mean, that's an expectation. We got down 28-0. Called them together at the end of the first quarter, but at the end of the day, I mean, there's no justification for it. I mean, you lose a game, loss is a loss. So, they did have a play the next play mentality, and we're able to keep playing and try to cut it close. But I mean, that's like I said, an insurmountable deficit we put ourselves in.
On the positive side, you got more pressures, got more sacks, probably a season high, I would think, in that. But there's still a lot of busts and a lot of big plays being given up. Is it sort of just you have to gamble to try to get stops right now, or kind of how are you seeing anything in particular with the busts, like the long touchdown run at the end of the game? Or
hit a 56-yarder. We're trying to obviously close get the ball back. So you're playing low safeties, and something pops in the middle. You're gonna that's the nature of it. When you got 11 guys on the line of scrimmage, 9 to 11 guys at the line of scrimmage, right? You don't anticipate those things popping. You can't let them pop like that. So we'll see when we see the tape on it. But yeah, a lot of the runs, they're really hitting in that B area, kind of the B gap area, bouncing in there and spitting outside. They were push cracking the safety, and crack plays didn't show up fast enough on a couple of them.
It's a hard thing to perceive from the press box, but just that first quarter, it seemed, I don't know if you were flat or nerves or whatever, but it seemed like you weren't your typical selves. Do you have any sense of what was going on, just why the team wasn't able to play the way it normally does?
No, I mean, you Did you say it again?
It just seemed like the team was kind of flat or
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, look, we come out, we go 3 and out. I think we had 1 first down in the first, 5 or 6 drive, 4 or 5 drives or something. It was like I said a second ago, it was everything. Weren't able to establish the line of scrimmage, and whether that's out on the perimeter. I talk about the line of scrimmage goes sideline to sideline. Way too much pressure on the quarterback, and he wasn't able to sit back and deliver the ball with any rhythm. So.
Coach, knowing that the team had played like they wanted to play in a big game like this, what do you say to your team after a game like this?
Exactly that. We didn't deserve to win. We didn't play well enough to win. Give credit where credit's due. We have 6 days. I expect them to be pissed and mad. But I told them before the game, we don't get today back. We said that before the game. It was one of the things we talked about, and we don't get it back. So what I tell them is it's all about how they respond to today. We play a game in 6 days.
What will be the message tomorrow, knowing what you have ahead of you on Friday?
Yeah, I don't know yet. Once I look at the tape, the line of how much we spend on this. Obviously we have corrections we have to make, and then moving forward into the next game. So that's what I do on Sunday morning, kind of put everything together and compile it all, and put the messaging together.
Obviously, Coach, I know it's a loss, but is there any silver lining for you, Coach, in just the response of your team, right? Down 28-0, you guys come back 28-14, you made it a game late 35-28. Just any silver lining in your team's response?
Loss is a loss. I don't understand how you can justify losing anyway.
The defensive adjustment from first half to second half, was that a coaching adjustment? Was that an execution thing? What did you see from first half to second half from those guys?
Yeah, it was really beginning of the second quarter. It was when we started being able to, we had the first drive of the game. We had a sack. We were able to get off the field. I think it was 3 and out, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but then kind of midway through that second quarter, we started, seeing some openings and some lanes, and we knew if we could get pressure on them, we'd have a chance. So that was the approach we took, and added a few more in there in the second half to complement what we were doing, and just stayed with it.
Kelly, if you want to wrap this up.
Sure, there's a lot of, I guess, fans that are upset with the defense, and it seems like Blake's probably taking the brunt of that to them.
They should be pissed. They should be mad. I mean, that's why fans are. That's why you love the fans, right? When fans are mad about games, and yeah, what is it? Fans short for fanatic, right? Fanatical. That's what you want. I hope they are, right? Because I sure as hell am.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, y'all. Go Jackets.